Hi, welcome to Mission 919, my channel devoted to information and narratives of African achievement, well-being, and prosperity. And today I want to talk about two anniversaries this week. The 125th anniversary of the victory at Adwa in northern Ethiopia, which guaranteed Ethiopian independence from 1896 until the Second Italo-Ethiopian War in 1935, and the March 6th, 1957 independence of Ghana, the 64th anniversary of the independence of Ghana. So the independence of Ghana actually falls pretty much, close to halfway between the victory at Ottawa and today. So those are two interesting points of demarcation to understand where we've been and where we are at the moment. The victory at Ottawa was extremely important. It safeguarded the continued existence of Ethiopia as a sovereign state, which was important for the morale of African people around the world, especially those who were more aware of what was going on, had an international perspective. After the end of the slave trade and slavery in the Western Hemisphere, in the decades after that, direct colonialism began, and the superior military of the European countries were able to overcome African resistance. But, it actually took them quite a while, and there was resistance into the first decade of the 20th century. In South Africa, and also in German East Africa, there was the Maji Rebellion, in which over 200,000 people died in what's now Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, etc. So the direct colonization of Africa actually took place over several decades, and there was resistance right until the end. And all of that was really important because even after direct colonization, the forces that led up to the First World War were developing in all these decades. And by 1914, Marcus Garvey arrives on the scene, founds the UNIA, and the First World War begins. And the First World War destroys 4 empires, 4 monarchies, and ushers in the worldwide phase of self-determination for peoples, and direct colonialism and imperialism is basically thrust back politically, and then eventually, morally and politically, and then in many cases militarily and legally. And the colonial empires begin to collapse in phases. And so, the victory at Ottawa is very important for the belief that the fight for African independence could be African independence could be preserved and regained. Likewise, Ghana becoming independent in 1957 is the first country in West Africa and outside of Northern Africa. I don't like the term sub-Saharan. I try to not use it, but Tunisia and Sudan become independent in 1956. Ghana becomes independent in 1957, and that ushers in a whole wave of countries that would become independent starting in 1960, and before that Guinea in 1958, and Ghana, what was called the Gold Coast. So Kwame Nkrumah or the Ghanaians take the name of Ghana, harkening back to the ancient empire of Ghana, which was the first really large empire kingdom in West Africa before the so-called common era, lasting until I think around 1100, maybe 1200. More like I think around 1100. In any event, so Nkrumah harkens back to that ancient history. He had spent time in the United States. He went to Lincoln University, so he was very much aware and connected to Pan-Africanist and Black nationalist figures in the United States. And the fact that they put the black star in the middle of the flag also was a direct reference to the Universal Negro Improvement Association of Marcus Garvey. So, all of that is represented by the independence of Ghana. And so it was a tremendous morale boost for Africans all around the world, both on the continent and certainly in the Americas and in Europe. And so these were two benchmarks, two milestones: the victory at Ottawa and the independence of Ghana. Both happened this week, the first week of March. March 1st for the Battle of Adwa, March 6th for the independence of Ghana. And so these are events to be commemorated, memorialized, and to be appreciated. And so we can see that while certainly not everything that we would have wished has transpired in these 125 years or these 64 years, respectively, still there's tremendous gains have been made, and we should seek to kick on from this point forward and create the Africa of our dreams, of our collective dreams. I'll just end by saying that one area of progress that I have noticed, or I noted, is the number of malarial deaths, or deaths from malaria, that are happening across the continent has been roughly cut in half since the year 2000. It's way too high still. 90% of all deaths from malaria are happening on the African continent. So it's obviously still a major problem, but things are going in the right direction, and we must double and then redouble our efforts to continue to beat down this disease that takes the lives of too many, especially children. So in the name of the ancestors, in the name of the unborn, who are the same, Ashe, 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 and we will see you soon.